She was like, that was unbelievable. She said, I cannot believe that you are my mom. My name's Eileen Wilder, and I'm the co-founder of Elite Speakers, where we help people do 6- and 7-figure days using virtual events. I now help people do 6- and 7-figure days with virtual events. So we're in the marketing and sales and speaking space, but I haven't studied in that space for very, very long. In fact, I was a pastor for 18 years in Washington, D.C. And we lived off a very small salary. In fact, we were making about $30,000. So my husband, he was like an Uber driver working to support our family. So my background has been in ministry and the Bible, but through that we had a lot of speaking experience, which then when I got into the marketing world, I went to a conference just a few years ago and just was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea you could make money and change the world. I was like, it blew my mind, literally. That day I signed up for a program, and yeah, it's just been crazy, crazy town ever since then. So one lesson would be taking massive, imperfect action. I noticed in the space, I started in the marketing and sales with a lot of incredible friends. We started kind of like day one. And one of the things that I noticed was many times people would get stuck in like a pattern of overthinking. You know, like how, you know how like when you're new to something and you're like trying to figure it all out. And so your mind is really processing a lot of like, there's new terms, but what I found was the people who made progress or income or sales quickly was like going off of only like the step that they were on, like just the information that they had right now, like reach out to people and offer this free thing and start to build an email list. Like I noticed that some people would think too long, like, am I offering the right thing? What if nobody wants it? What if they all say no? Like what if one, so this kind of like what if game, this can happen. But what I found is that the successful students would just do what I call like, do it now. They would just do it now. And I love this quote where it says, like, thinking will not overcome fear. This is from W. Clement Stone. Thinking won't overcome fear, but action will. So there's a lot of fear that it can remain in the mind and the body, I notice, and it keeps people stuck. But the great news is that you can actually immediately get unstuck and into momentum if you just like do it now. Like, just start taking action. Publish the thing, write the article, create the lead magnet, reach out to the other local businesses. Like just take action, have fun, and it will instantly shift everything.
In this journey that you've been, because you've obviously experienced different emotions from, having like very little money in the beginning to like meet your needs and your family, all the way to now selling $1 million a day, which is like super crazy and like so exciting for so many people that are watching you. What are the 3 emotions that you could say that you can like fully, if you look at this journey so far, and you were to like describe it in 3 words, being emotions, what would those emotions be?
So the journey, 3 emotions.
Yes.
Okay. Thrilling. I don't know if I get to expound on them, but they're thrilling because you just be absolutely shocked at how much money is out there waiting for you and the amount of people that are willing to give it to you if you can clearly state a result. That really is legitimately thrilling. I would also say uncomfortable, because you're often being pushed to new limits. Like, especially if you're the leader, the charismatic, the face of the organization, like you're gonna be asked to probably do a bunch of stuff that may make you feel uncomfortable. But the great news is that on the other side of that uncomfortability is more thrilling moments, So I would say I've definitely been super uncomfortable having to speak in situations I'd never thought I would. Uncomfortable, and I'd say probably the last emotion would just be fulfilling. The fact that we are able to change people's lives and businesses by the skill sets we have, the knowledge we've gleaned, the abilities we've acquired, the skill of marketing is the #1 highest paying skill in the world. Because if you can master marketing, you can blow up literally any business. So I think the fulfillment on the other side of seeing a business grow, scale, expand, and how that's going to affect that business owner's life, their family's life, and all their customers' lives is just incredibly gratifying.
That's amazing. One accomplishment that you would say, like, and I know you describe a lot of like emotions and some accomplishments along the way, but if you were to say the proudest moment that you have found in this journey, which one would it be?
Oh, 100%. So I had that privilege and honor of speaking on a very large stage last year that is kind of like the Super Bowl of marketing. And my daughter came up to me afterward and she had tears. And I didn't get to see her right off. I got on stage. I was like being led all these places, and then I finally got to see her. And she ran up to me with these tears in her eyes. She said, "Mom, like, I mean, I thought I knew what you did and like what your work was, but she was like, that was unbelievable." She said, "I cannot believe that you are my mom." And I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, she was just getting choked up and she was just full of emotion. And it was like I could see in her eyes, like she saw a new side of me that I guess I hadn't shown, or I wasn't aware of it, but but seeing me through her eyes made me feel like that this is what it's all about. Like, great, money's great, yay, so good, but the feeling of getting to be and do it with your family, I think is it feels to me like winning a Grammy or whatever that would be. I don't even know or an Oscar or something like that. To me, that's like that was the prize. I felt like that was it. That I was like, honestly, I feel like anything I could accomplish from this point on, I literally could care. I don't care. Like if I could make my kids proud, make my kids dream a bigger dream, make them proud of their name. I don't know, just all those things. It was awesome. Don't be afraid of what people would say or think about you, because you get a lot of comments on social media that you may not love, but it doesn't matter, because like keep publishing, keep showing up, keep speaking, keep being there, keep going pro, like keep going, because there are so many people who are watching and listening and need you to pay forward your wisdom and your story. So that would be one thing I would say. The other thing I would probably say is like, keep having so much fun. Keep having so much fun, because that's like, to me, that seems to be part of how God wants you to live. So have fun. You know, so often the habits of successful people is they get around other successful people. And I did not realize when you have the opportunity to like get in the room with other people, like that is actually the thing that will accelerate your progress the most. It's not like doing a course, reading a book, like it's actually and I think it's because successful people think a certain way. They actually like have their own mental syntax, I like to say. And so when you get around them, it's like more caught than taught. So getting in the room, to me, is the secret. It's like the absolute literal, like the master key to success is actually getting in the room. So joining a mastermind like y'all's is, to me, should be like item number 1 on anyone's to-do list, because anything else you do, it's going to be the slow path. It literally is. Like, if anyone's listening to this right now, like, let me save you 3 years and $300,000. Just get in the room, because the connections you'll make, the wisdom that you'll learn from, like, you guys have the Kevin Harrington, the best of the best. Like, you're going to learn one idea, one lesson that will pay you. You'll save 10 years based off that one lesson. So to me, it's just like, it would be silly to pass up an opportunity to accelerate. And that's why, I mean, I invest. My husband does not love the amount of money that I spend, but just like getting in the room is what's made us successful, and so it'll be for anyone listening.